How do you think you did tonight?
I think it was a solid night. I think they do a lot of, good stuff defensively that they show them early in the preseason one, which makes you kind of, try to prepare as much as you can with like a day or two of prep. I think we did a good enough job and obviously got the win, so it's all that matters.
A lot of short passes. Was that sort of part of the game plan, or was there not things open downfield? What was going on there?
Yeah, we just kind of taken what they were giving us. If it's open, you just got to take it and keep, methodically moving down the field, which I think we did. It was great to get in the end zone, get Chip in the end zone there. On our longest drive, I thought it was a great drive. But yeah, obviously, you want explosive plays, but at the same time, you just want to take what's there.
When did you find out you were going to go start?
Earlier today. Yep.
What was your reaction when you found that out?
It's just be ready. You always got to be ready to go. It's it's preseason. You never know what could happen and what could happen in the regular season. So it's always just kind of being prepared as I can be and go out there and playing well.
Kenny, knowing Jalen's the quarterback, how do you approach this game?
How do I approach this game?
Well, he's the starting quarterback.
Right.
So how do you approach this game?
Well, you're going to play, so I'm just, prepared to play, whether that was the first player or whatever time, I would have gotten in if they did start, who knows when it would have worked out, but, always just ready to go play. My situation, you're always one play away anyway, so I think it's always best to be prepared as if you're the starter, mentally, physically, going into every game and, just be ready to go.
What's it like for you to be able to utilize your mobility? You don't really get to do that whole lot in practice. This being a lot of situations.
Yeah, it's fun, and I feel like I've had a lot of opportunities in practice too, just with our system and how we operate it. Getting a chance to use my athleticism, and been working hard all off season, so you get a chance to show it off a little bit when I can take off or do some stuff in the QB run game. So it's been a lot of fun.
Where do you feel like you are right now in comfortability in the offense? Comfortability here with the new team and everything?
Yeah, I feel great, but it's a process. Whenever you go from a new place, you're learning a new system. It's always a process. It's never going to end. So, just trying to get better every day. And the continuity with the guys is getting there, being 2 weeks into camp. But I credit it to the spring we had. I thought we had a great spring with everyone showing up. So I think we started, a step up from a lot of other places. So, I feel good, but there's, a ton of work still to go.
You guys are going to go through a joint practice on Tuesday. You've gone through them before. What's different about them, and what can you get out of them maybe that you can't even out of the preseason games?
Yeah, I've actually never had one, so this is my first one. Yeah, we didn't do it in Pittsburgh, so this is my first one. So I really don't know what to expect either. I'm kind of going in there excited. I'm sure you get a lot of quality work, situational stuff that you could set up against another look, and just get different coverages and defenses, and not seeing our defense every day. Seeing a different color jersey, so. I'm excited for it. It'll be good.
Someone just didn't want to do it. Was that?
Yeah, I never asked. Just yeah. Yeah.
Kenny seemed to have some juice early running the football, and then Will as well. How has that helped you when those guys are running the football?
Yeah, it's a great help. I think we did a good job, getting the ball out in the perimeter too, kind of spreading them out, and then those guys were, running the ball really well. The offensive line was doing a great job getting to the second level. So that obviously helps an offense out a ton when you're getting 7-8 yards a clip. Just the momentum and the time of possession, you're keeping the defense out there for a long time.
Can you take us through the touchdown to Shipley and just what have you seen from him in this short time being able to develop?
Yeah, really happy for Ship that he got in the end zone. He's a great guy, man. He works hard. Gives it everything he's got every time he's out there on the practice field or in a game setting, obviously. Just a simple kind of get me on the move, play action, and he's in first reading the flat, he popped wide open, so it was a good one. We practiced it a couple times. It was good to get into a game.
Thank you, Mark. The fan in you growing up, being a hometown kid, was there anything special about?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome, man. I put the jersey on for a long time just with no pads underneath it, so it felt good to have some shoulder pads and a helmet on. Running out there as a bird, so. Very special. I know my family was watching, a lot of friends back home that knew this was important to me, so it was cool. Thank you, guys. You got it.
Tanner, from your perspective, can you describe that last minute of the game?
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I don't know. It was just compete, go out, play your best. I feel like when you're out there, you're not thinking this is a preseason game. You're out there to win the game, and that's just who we are as competitors. So going out there, just always having awareness. Coach is huge on having the details of like what situation we're in. Are we in a 2-minute, 4-minute? What yard line do we have to get to have the kicker feel comfortable kicking the field goal? So I'm just talking to the O-line, hey, this is what's going to come up, telling the receivers to get a wide split or just little details like that. that I thought we executed pretty well. And then ultimately just had our guys go make some amazing plays. So, yeah.
How do you think the operation overall went for you tonight?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty smooth. I mean, the new offense I think is awesome. I feel like our guys did a good job with the details inside and out, especially for our first preseason game. Obviously, some kinks to work out. It's what's to be expected with the first preseason game. But I thought we did pretty well for the first time as far as just getting things moving, getting lined up in the right spot, getting set, motions, getting to our landmarks. I thought we did a decent job.
What makes the new offense so awesome in your mind?
To start, I think it's really quarterback friendly. I think it allows our guys to show their potential. I think it takes advantages of one-on-ones, but also if they're in a zone, I think there's really good spacing concepts that I think we have. And I just think it is very, very well balanced. And I think you can see that tonight when we wanted to run the ball, we ran the ball a bunch, and then when we wanted to pass, the pass was there. So it's been a lot of fun we've been working on it so much against our own team. It was a lot of fun to play against other guys.
Was the shorter passes part of tonight's game?
Yeah, I think so. I think especially for a preseason game, we knew that they were going to bring a lot of pressure and specifically exotic pressures. Show one side, try to get us to send our line one way, and then bring two off the other side, so we'd have to play hot even in a six-man protection. And so I think part of our game plan was, to get the ball out of our hands and play hot that way.
Those exotic pressures are probably something you're going to see throughout the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we don't know Gerard Mayo's scheme as well as the other two guys. But
Right.
How beneficial is it for you guys to kind of have to work on blitz pickups against defensive coordinators who will send pressure even in the
Right.
preseason?
I think it's huge. I think it tests our rules. I think it's good to see early. Obviously, at the end of the year, we had a lot of pressure and we struggled with it. And so I think we can address those problems now, talk about it, especially in the preseason, get those fixed. Because we're expecting to see pressure at the beginning of the season, and so we got to get those fixed. We know it's gonna happen. We know it's gonna come, and so we're gonna have answers for it, and we're gonna be able to address it and move the ball down the field.
How did you feel like you guys did today handling pressure?
I thought we did a pretty good job. Obviously, there was a couple with guys running free, and we either have to adjust the line or know that we're hot and throw our hot routes. Overall, I thought we did a pretty good job. Pretty good game plan. Especially I would say later in the season we'll have a better idea of what teams do just because we'll have more film on them. So it's a little tough going into the first preseason game. But overall I thought we did a decent job.
How has Kellen addressed the pressure issue? Did it come right away? Okay, this is, you watching and you can't help but talk about it. Was it an elephant in the room or was it just flat out?
No, I think he came out and addressed it in a great manner. Like obviously this is, it's facts. This is what happened last year. We had problems with pressure, and we needed to address it. And so he said, "These are our answers. This is what we're going to do." And I think it's great answers. They're great game plans, depending on who it is. We have different schemes that we have that we're going to get to, or different protections, just different rules that we're going to have that we can apply, and I think beat those pressures that weren't really in our minds or we didn't really establish super well last year. We're putting that now at the forefront. It's going to be more an emphasis and more of a focus this year.
Tanner, with the amount of snaps you get in practice, you don't usually get to do long drives. So what was it like to be able to execute that and be able to capitalize in the third quarter the way you guys did?
Yeah, it was great. Shout out to those big guys. Because I know when I'm sweaty and I'm tired from just rolling out and carrying out my fakes, I know those big guys are tired. So running the ball as many times as we did, especially that last drive, and just marching the ball down the field in the humidity and the heat, I thought they did a tremendous job.
Are you able to gauge how far you've come? Last year, you're in the same building, first preseason game, but again, it's a new scheme. Are you able to gauge how far you've come?
Yeah, I would say I feel a lot more comfortable just with the offense. I talk a lot about just being able to play without thinking. I feel like that's when players play at their best. I would say last year I was a little bit more just methodical about what's going on and trying to make sure I'm on the right checks. And now I feel like I can just go out there and things just happen and checks are made. And, I'm on the same page with the centers with the point. And so there's just different things like that I feel more comfortable with. And obviously tons of things that I can improve on. There are a few times this game that I missed a point or I thought the intent of the play was different. So I got the ball out of my hand and threw a pass that I probably should have just progressed on. But I just thought we were trying to get the ball snapped. So there's definitely things that I can improve on that way. But I would say overall I do feel more comfortable just being able to play without thinking so much.
Okay, thanks,
Thank you, guys.